Hello and welcome back to another exciting evening of FIFA as we've got the eISL powered by Coca-Cola about to get started off. Of course, before we do though, a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with our associate sponsor, Hero, our esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, for making this event happen. And moving along, also joining along with me is, of course, going to be Azim. And it's been an exciting evening so far, some interesting results, but this is it, right? This is the creme de la creme of eISL, two of the biggest and the best teams battling it out against each other. Yes, we're talking about FC Goa going up against Chennaiyin FC. So initial thoughts, Azim?
Oh, this is so exciting. I mean, this is one of the games that we've been looking forward to since the start of the eISL. But before we get into the analysis of the game itself, let us quickly take everyone through our tournament format for the eISL. Right now, we are just about halfway through the league stage, which culminates on 13th of March. In the league stage, each of the 110 matches is split into 3 games, 2 1v1s and 1 co-op. The top 4 teams will make it to the playoffs played between 19th and 21st of March, and the winning team, the 2 members, will then go up against each other to decide who represents India at the FIFA Global Series 2022.
And the best part is it could be anyone from these two teams, right? There are high probable chances, 2 of the teams, both on the top order. But lately they've been having quite a slump, right? Especially both the teams. They've lost their past fixture, so they're going to be definitely looking for some redemption, some points. But more than that, they're here fighting up for the prize pool. 78 lakh rupees is on the line for all you new viewers out there, out of which the first place receives 15 lakhs, and so on it reduces, and the MVP gets 4 lakh itself, and that's an entirely different money.
Yeah, and we're looking at 3 potential MVP candidates in this match itself. We've got V Sharma, who's been phenomenal. We've got Saransh and Naveen as well. Let's quickly take a look at the leaderboard so you guys know what is at stake today. We look at the top of the table. It is FC Goa sitting pretty and with a game in hand on Chennaiyin FC as well, but under heavy pressure from SC East Bengal, who have just come out of nowhere, blitzed themselves into second place. So for Chennaiyin FC, this is a very, very important game. They need to get that win, because if they don't, suddenly they could find themselves within the next week or so knocked down to 6th place. So it's so tight at the top over there, 1 to 6. Any one of those teams right now could end up on top.
Oh yes, but pressure is where champions are forged, right? That is where we know the metal that they're made of. So a lot to prove over here. But again, right, we've been talking about the teams. Let's take a look at the matchup for the evening. All right, it's going to be pretty much as we sort of anticipated. Afnan Amin going up against Naveen over there, and the second matchup, 2 of the best players in our country, V Sharma going up against Saransh Jain. Of course, that is definitely one for all the viewers out there. Yes, you would not want to miss this one. Get your friends, get yourself your popcorn, and maybe some Coca-Cola to go along with it. But either ways, now talking about how good FC Goa have been, I think one name that comes up is definitely going to be Afnan, who's been in a very good form lately.
Yeah, and they go with their standard formation of Afnan going up top and V Sharma following in the second game. Of late, V Sharma hasn't had to play a lot of those pressure games which he did at the start of the season, but I expect he might be under pressure in that second game, because Naveen, of course, has been in scintillating form this season. Of course, you can see just from the number of goals scored over there, Chennaiyin FC, a very free-flowing, free-scoring team. FC Goa have relied more on defensive solidity and particularly their co-op games to really clutch those wins. And you can see they're all in a good mood. Of course, it's all rosy when you're at the top of the table, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of smiling and joking around once that kickoff has happened. Afnan, of course, has been getting more and more comfortable as the tournament has progressed, but he's going to really face his stiffest challenge yet. The last time he played against one of our, say, top 3 teams, He went up against Akash from Jamshedpur in the opening game and got absolutely battered 6-1 in that game. So he's going to be out to prove a point and show the world that he can mix it with the best. And speaking of the best, Naveen is actually one of the best. He's probably one of the candidates for MVP in this tournament, and he's been in super form. Sometimes also outscoring and overshadowing his teammate.
Oh yeah, and of course, I think that has been well reflected in the overall goal tally, right? When you talk about Naveen, the goals he've scored, like 24. He's currently sitting at the second spot. Of course, the first belongs to the charismatic player that we've been talking a lot about, Ankit Gupta. But taking a look at Afnan, I think he's made a very good recovery, especially, when he was playing against Fire last time against SC East Bengal. Managed to win his own fixture against Beno 7, but that went really close towards the end, as I think the scorelines were 5-4. But either ways, we find ourselves as the game has begun with Chennaiyin FC battling it out from right to left, and for FC Goa from left to right.
And very nicely poetic that a green pitch with white and orange. So this is truly the premier Indian tournament with all the colors of the flag. That's yes, nice observation. I'm proud of myself.
And the referee is blue.
Oh, brilliant! There you go. Let's just keep this kit for the rest of the tournament. But Naveen over there getting in. Afnan is going to have his work cut out to stop Naveen scoring. I feel it's about. This game is going to be about how many goals really Afnan can score. He has managed a couple of 1-0s and 0-0s throughout this tournament, but going up against Naveen, stopping him scoring, that's going to be probably Afnan's biggest defensive challenge so far. We do see him with his standard pick of Frankie de Jong in the middle of the park, but giving the ball away. Now he finds Naveen in the box with Eusebio, but well defended over there, covered the angle off very well. Now with Kullet getting into the box, has the opportunity to find Pele. Eusebio takes the shot into the corner. Naveen on it straight away, and Chennaiyin FC take the lead.
Oh, that's the eyes of a killer. A cold-blooded killer that Naveen is. The way he's been scoring, and right off the bat, he goes in and scores one more. That's going to be so devastating for Afnan and for the FC Goa fans, because that is not the kind of a start that you would want, especially against a formidable opponent like Chennaiyin FC. But as things stand, again, Naveen, he's been an absolute goal-scoring machine. Every single time he sets foot on the pitch, he makes sure. No, it's just not those 1 or 2 goals that he's settled with. He goes big, right? He goes for 3, 4. He's, of course, one of our contenders for the MVP, and he's sort of keeping it going.
Yeah, definitely keeping it going, and you can see intense pressure on the ball, particularly in those midfield areas. He wants to force Afnan either into a mistake, just like you saw over there, or to an early pass. So doesn't want to give Afnan any room to work with, and that strategy is so far paying off really well. Using Messi, trying to fizz that ball in. Afnan had the opportunity to break over there, but again made a bit of a mistake. He will, of course, be feeling the nerves a little bit right now. There will be flashbacks to that devastating loss he suffered on the opening day of the eISL, and he's sort of had to claw his way back into form, into contention after that. And FC Goa have generally relied on their co-op displays to get the win. So if he can get a draw out of this game, I think that would be a massive result for them. But let's see. Right now it is all Naveen, but Afnan looking to change that.
Oh yes, he definitely can. Of course, I mean, Afnan, especially the last time he played against Beno 7, he was so good. And we could see a completely different version of Afnan as we ventured into the new year. So again, I'm going to be having some high expectations from this lad. But against Naveen, it's going to be so difficult because he's been one of the most consistent players we must agree upon in the eISL so far. And it's very less likely that he's going to be making some mistakes. So there will, of course, be a few, and there won't be many. But I think that is where Afnan needs to make it count, right? Because if he does not, I think Chennaiyin FC, they will be going into the next fixture with Saranj having a little bit of a pressure being lifted off of him. But for now, FC Goa, they're pacing inside the box. They're trying to search for that opening along with Pele. But Van der Sar comes in for rescue as FC Goa, their hopes of making that equalizer happen sort of have been turned down.
Yeah, but that was good play from
Yeah.
Afnan, very patient around the box, waiting for the opportunity to come. I think just overhit that pass a little bit too much. And it's really on this end of the pitch that he has to be very, very vigilant, because you give Naveen 1 inch and he will find the opportunity to create that space and take that shot. He's really been a cold-blooded killer throughout most of this tournament, and you can see now taking his time, sizing up Afnan's defense. Well defended over there. A bit unfortunate the ball didn't bounce his way again. It comes back, and Naveen keeping that pressure on. He wants to get that second goal before halftime, and he may well have it here. Has the shot, but very, very well blocked there using Marquinhos. And now Afnan has to contend with the corner. He will go for the set routine. Cross to the back post with Gullit into the corner. You just can't defend those. Someone fix this game. These corner kicks are broken, but you got to take advantage of it when you can, and Naveen gets it to 2-0.
Oh yes, he does, and he knew exactly what he came in here for. He knew exactly the moment the ball left off over there, it went in for a goal. And this is how it is with Naveen, right? Maintaining such calm, steely demeanor, no expression at all, because they know that they have such a tough road ahead. Because even though they win this matchup, they get the top spot, but still they have played one extra game than FC Goa. So of course they are going to be a little bit threatened with the possibilities that FC Goa can win the next fixture as well. So of course, I mean, as long as things are going, they would want to take things a game by the games, of course. So that is what their intention has been. And I think this is such a good start for the fans of Chennaiyin FC, the way they've been playing. But for FC Goa, they've been creating chances. Somewhere it hasn't just been enough.
They may have it here. He has the opportunity to play Gullit in, I think, just a little bit earlier, and he may have been in over there. And Naveen is showing that there are a few gaps in his defense for Afnan to exploit, but again, pressing very high to get that ball, and now suddenly it's a 2v2 at the back. And he does find Ronaldo blocked off by Marquinhos over there. He can find the ball in behind, but immediately blocked off. Afnan spotting that opening right there, and this is where Naveen is so dangerous. If he gets that shot away, didn't get it away that time, and Afnan obviously would have been desperate to get a goal back before halftime, and still might if he can find something from this attack. He takes Pele, runs him down the flank, and unfortunately runs out of time over there, and the whistle blows, and now for FC Goa, looks like it's V Sharma who has a few bits of tactical advice for Afnan.
Oh yeah, I mean they really need to make some changes, right? They cannot just go on playing with this. It really feels as if FC Goa is sort of playing the catch-up game to Naveen's plays, right? He's making Afnan dance to his tunes, and that is how good a player Naveen is, right? Every single time he comes in, very calm, very composed, very sweet talking person. And inside the game, I think he's one of the opponents that you would want to avoid, right?
Yeah.
But again, the way the game has been progressing, technically, strategically, give me some insights, Azim. What needs to be done from FC Goa's side if they have to come back in? How can they shut down, this menacing Naveen?
Yeah, I mean, it's that's a very difficult question, because Naveen is, I mean, I've been watching him obviously throughout this entire tournament, and he is really close to being the perfect FIFA player in that he's instinctive, he reads the game, he holds onto the ball when he needs to, he uses the so-called meta tricks like the corner that you just saw over there. So obviously great football knowledge, great knowledge and understanding of the game as well. But we see Afnan now trying to create his opening,
Oh,
and over there just blocking him off, not giving him the pass, but gets the ball straight back, finds Messi. Now the turn with Ronaldo, had the opportunity to get that shot away, but couldn't quite. Great turn over there. Will he look for the cutback? He does. With Pele, finds the goal. That is brilliant from Afnan. I mean, FC Goa right back in this.
Oh, this is exactly what was needed. And the fans, they are going to be feeling pumped, and especially Afnan, finding that sliver of an opening and capitalizing upon him. And yes, still making sure that sometimes gods do bleed. And yeah, of course, Chennaiyin FC, they've taken one goal over here, but still, they have maintained that lead, which sort of makes Naveen very alarmed, very alert at this point. But Afnan, he's pulled off a lot of disappointments, and he is capable of doing one more. this evening. I think I've loved this new Afnan, this 2022 Afnan version that we are witnessing. I think he can score one more.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, that will have taken Naveen aback just a little bit. He is usually very, very solid, very calm, very composed. There is the opportunity there for Messi to put that cross in if he wants to right now. Decides to chop it back. Now he finds De Jong over there and Mbappe with Gullit. He's found Pele over there. Will he manage to hold on to it? Not quite. And I do feel in times like these, it's worth just taking a leaf out of Ankit Gupta's book from SC's Bengal and just having a shot from the edge of the area. We've seen those all fly into the bottom corner. Doesn't matter if it's a strong foot, weak foot. Again, a little unfortunate there because he had won the ball but couldn't quite play it forward. And yeah, this game is really, really on a knife edge. Naveen will know he needs that additional goal, that cushion to make sure that Afnan can't come back into it. And Afnan has shown as almost a mistake, a terrible back pass, but gets away with that. And Naveen now looking to create opportunities. Afnan does look like he has made a couple of tactical tweaks at halftime. Obviously, a lot higher press, not a lot of space for Naveen to work with. And as long as he has the lead, he can keep holding that possession in midfield and waiting for that perfect opportunity to come along. Because Afnan will then have to keep pressing at him. And he does press high, wins that. Now it's 2v2. Gets Mbappe involved on that left flank and looking to get forward.
Oh yes, and the idea was initially sort of to try and frustrate Afnan, but I think he's played him out, and now he's trying to create his chances with Gullit passing it on towards Pele, but Theo Hernandez comes in for rescue as he steals the possession away, and this could be a potential counter-attack. No, instantly destroyed, but Messi just going in. This could be a deadly attack over here for FC Goa, passing it on towards De Jong. Giving it away towards Pele. Mbappe finding a really good opening. Gives it away towards Gullit. And there comes the equalizer. FC Goa. They have managed to level up the scores. And it's 2 each.
That is such a good goal from Afnan. Brilliantly worked. You thought for so many times, maybe he should cross, maybe he should pass faster. But that was worked brilliantly by him. And he has done really, really well now to come back from 2 goals down. It's much easier said than done to do that against a player of Naveen's quality.
Wow.
And he worked that brilliantly. There were good 5 or 6 players involved in that build-up. And supremely well-worked goal from Afnan. He'll be proud of that one.
Oh yes, even so am I. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with those words of wisdom being imparted by V. Sharma, if you had noticed during that halftime, right? When we were sort of in their play cams, we were looking, some sort of tips were given. And suddenly I think the magic has started working. And it feels as if Afnan, he's stolen all that momentum away from Naveen. And this is his game to lose right now. The way he has been playing, Azim, I would not be surprised if he scores one more.
Naveen will be a bit rattled right now, but hey, I mean, he does have, again, one of the coolest, most experienced heads sitting right next to him in Saranch, who will be giving him a few tips because Saranch has been there, done that. He's been in these situations before, so obviously he can impart a bit of wisdom, impart some tactical knowledge. But for Afnan, now it's about keeping Naveen out is as important as scoring those goals, because Naveen is going to come with the full force, with all of his wrath. And over here, you can't make mistakes when he's dribbling 1v1. Got a little fortunate over there. And it's really on a knife edge, this one. 76 minutes played, and really, I think one goal could win it with Frankie de Jong looking for the run of Messi, decides to go the other way and play it a bit safe. Afnan can take a bit of time right now. Would be interesting to know what V. Sharma's thoughts are in this situation as well. Would he want Afnan to go for that kill? Or would he tell him, what, just see it out, get a draw, maybe I can get a draw or a win in my match, and we'll do it in co-op like we usually do. So interesting, you can see very high press there from Naveen. He's won it back, and now this could potentially be a chance on the counter.
Oh, I don't think, FC Goa after making it this far would settle with a draw. I mean, that would be an ideal case, but, they're believers, right? But then again, Chennaiyin FC, Azim, we know that they've been the ones surprising us all every single time they come to play. Amazing 2 players. They've been very clinical, very confident, but right now, we are seeing those little mistakes being made. And now this pass given on to Eusebio, maybe a chance could have been created. but Maldini just comes in and says, "Not today." As FC Goa, they're starting to build up their own counter attack. Of course, Ronaldo leading it. He's got to find someone. He's got to find a pass. Gives a little back towards De Jong, trying to change the course of play, giving it away again, back and forth passes. Maybe he's just trying to eat away some time so that only one attack can be done, and that has to be done by FC Goa. And they've been looking really promising, but no, suddenly the possession has been stolen.
Yeah, and that could be a very crucial loss of possession because he had committed his fullback up as well. Now I think he's just about got back into position. Does look like he's playing three at the back right now, so still a very attacking formation. And I think he had shifted that formation for the last minute or so, and should hopefully look to go back to a back four again. He does look like he's done that now, and now this is the moment. Does look like it's going to go out, and I think Afnan will take that draw. A very, very good comeback, a very hard fought game, and you know just from watching it that you are watching two of the top teams in the eISL just completely have it out and cannot wait for that next match.
Oh yes, and this is what the fans were in here for, right? Who loves a one-sided game? It has to be end to end, and Naveen. Well, the first half was his, we could say, of course, without any doubt. But Afnan, the changes that he'd made in the second half, completely switching his style of play over there, being so calm, so composed. This is much of that confident Afnan that we're getting to see, and this is something that we're starting to love. But like you said, Azim, right? This is exactly how it has been orchestrated here for FC Goa. Now they are really happy to take their draws because in the co-op games, that is where they have that little bit of an edge. You know, the brotherhood between Afnan and V Sharma has been so impeccable. If this goes on to the co-op, then FC Goa suddenly, I think, will be in contention to be holding on to their top spot.
Yeah, I think for V Sharma now the objective has to be to get the win against Saranj, because if they can get that win, then suddenly all the best that Chennaiyin FC can do is draw this game, and of course FC Goa get to extend their lead at the top by another point. So it's sort of a win-win situation for both teams over there. But for FC Goa, they need to win this game to keep hold of that top spot. Although having said that, every team that's been on top right now has suddenly suffered a dip of form, so maybe you won't be sitting in second right now.
I mean, it's cursed, right? The top spot. You would want to get the top spot at the very end, and that is how the league has been progressing. I'm pretty sure even by the time we reach our last final month, things would still be pretty much open in terms of how these players have been matched up, right? Everyone sort of striving in, giving their best. But for now, I mean, yeah, Chennaiyin FC, they put their hearts in, but wasn't just enough to secure a win because the FC Goa, they were so perseverant. They were relentlessly, trying to get those goals being scored, and they did. And the quality of those two goals, Azim, I must say, was so beautiful.
Oh, definitely. I think those were two of the best team goals that I've seen in a while. And since we just have a quick look at the highlights, and since we have Afnan over here with us to have a chat, we will head straight over there. Afnan, buddy, tough game, but you came back earlier in the tournament. I think maybe you would have crumbled with the nerves, but this time you really held your own. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm pretty decent performance from my side. Naveen played really well, and yeah, you are right. If this was early on in the tournament, Naveen would have easily scored 7 or 6 past me. But now I'm learning, and yeah, it was a very tough game, probably the toughest game that I have played yet.
Afnan, of course, we are all loving this 2.0 version of yours. But I think after the first half, I pretty much saw, V Sharma giving you some words of wisdom, right? And suddenly in the second half, we witnessed a complete change around from you, the way you were playing, your body language, everything was different. What were they, if you could share with us?
He just told me that you can come back from 2 goals. 2 goals is nothing, especially in FIFA 22. So he just told me that just play your game. You can easily come back. And yeah, I just played my game, made some changes in my tactics, and luckily I was able to come back.
Yeah, because it did look like you were being more patient in that second half, just moving the defense around a little bit, waiting for that opportunity. Because both goals, I think, were Like we've seen you score a lot of individual brilliance goals, but these were like proper team goals, five, six players involved in the build-up. So is that something that you've been working on, or it just came naturally?
No, actually, Naveen is a very good defender. So scoring with skill moves with just only one player is very difficult against him. So I had to wait for the perfect opportunity. So yeah, I was just waiting for my players to make the perfect run and the perfect opportunity to score. It came naturally at that time.
So now, tell me about it honestly, right? Are you really happy with the tie? Because, of course, we all know your co-op games are better than Chennaiyin FC's.
Yeah.
But don't you think you really saw that win coming towards the end?
Yeah, I thought that in the end I wanted to keep the ball for the last attack because I wanted to win the game because the momentum was on my side. So I was a little bit unhappy when I gave the ball at the last minute, but it's okay. I mean, a draw against Naveen is a very good result considering he's a very good player. So I think I'm pretty happy with my performance.
Well, I
All
mean,
right.
quite honestly said, Azim.
Yeah, definitely. And hope you guys have the best of luck. Of course, we're enjoying watching all these top of the table clashes. I'm sure it's lots of nerves and pressure for you guys, but we're enjoying seeing the best of it. So good luck to your teammate and good luck to you for the co-op as well.
Thank you guys.
All right. So, I mean, version 2.0, right? We've been loving this, Afnan, and I think it should sort of even alleviate further as the league progresses. But behold yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, two mighty titans are here to collide. Of course, I'm talking about Saranj Jain going up against V Sharma. Of course, the fight of the evening, some people might call it the main event, right? So, heading in, Azim, speculations, because I'm completely blank right now. Anything could possibly happen.
Yeah, I mean, V Sharma generally has been a player who's very, very solid defensively, and Saranj, of course, we do know just how mercurial and just how brilliant he is in attack. But for Saranj, attacking wise, it's not quite happened for him this tournament. I think we have found that Naveen has been the primary threats, so to speak, from Chennai FC. There have been a lot of players who have managed to get that result against Saranj. I think for FC Goa for Sharma, if he can get a draw out of this game, yes, he'll be searching for a win. But if he can get that draw and take it like they have done in almost every game so far in the tournament, take it to the co-op to clutch it over there, I think he would be pleased with that because Saranj, we've been saying this since day one. We've reached pretty much Saranch's 10th match day, and we've been waiting for that one crazy performance, that absolutely blows his opponent out of the water. And the longer we go without that tournament, I think the more the annoyance and the frustration will keep bubbling up inside Saranch. He wants to get that. He knows he has that performance hiding inside him, which is going to come out soon. And V Sharma will be hoping that it's not today.
I think it's the pressure that is eating these players. Not just with Sharansh. We've seen, similar things happen to Lokmanyu as well. Now, once you're sort of regarded as being the best in the country, right? So much pressure on you every single time to come in and perform. And pretty much honest about it, it does have some effect, right? And now there are a few players now that do not really let that take over. But sometimes it's just too much. And we have also been waiting for Saranj to really strike, like you said, right? I've seen that pure, raw, uncut version of Saranj in the previous tournaments, right, where he used to go scoring in 13 to 14 goals a game just for fun, right? But now, as the stakes have been higher than ever, that's where the pressure is slowly seeping in, creeping down his veins, and he's got a lot to prove, right? Even after, I think, you remember Imad defeated Saranj. He was pretty vocal about this. I defeated the best player not just in India but in the entirety of South Asia. So that is the kind of a title that Saranj takes along with him, but hasn't really been reciprocating to it as he should have. So again, a lot on the line, and I think V Sharma is a formidable opponent that if he manages to defeat, I think that would send a clear message to everyone out there. But of course, we're gonna get the game started. But before that, a little bit of an insight into the players' lives as they talk about the eISL.
Hi, my name is Vanshat Sharma. I'm 18 years old from Mumbai and I'm representing FC Goa.
Hi, my name is Afnan Amin Khan. I'm 18 years old from Bhopal and I'm representing FC Goa.
Of course, after hearing about eISL happening in India for the first time, I was very excited and motivated to play the tournament because it is a big stage for me to represent my skills and talent.
So earlier FIFA used to be just a 1v1 game, but this year EA decided to add 2v2 in it. Although I'm not very experienced in 2v2, but Vansh here has been guiding me well in co-op. We have been working very hard and I think with his experience and my talent, we'll be a very good team in co-op.
2v2 is not a new thing for me. I have a decent experience in 2v2. We both have to be on the same page. I trust Afnan, he's a very good player, but the situation he lacks, I'm pretty sure we'll work hard, we'll practice together, and we'll be very great in co-op.
So this is my first LAN event and this is the biggest FIFA tournament ever in India. And all the players here are very experienced, obviously more experienced than me. But it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I'm sure that I'll take some great experience from here.
Although we are the table toppers, but if you ask me about the favorites, I'll take the name of Jamshedpur because they have excellent individual skills and their co-op is very strong and I'm very impressed by the way they play in co-op.
I think the dark horses of the tournament definitely have to be Odisha FC because both of their players are very talented and very skillful. I mean, yesterday also they beat Chennaiyin FC, who are one of the favorites to win this tournament. So I think if they play well and luck is on their side, they can beat anyone on their day.
If we win this tournament and I get the money, I'll give maximum portion to my family because they've supported me throughout my gaming journey. And the little amount I'll have, we'll go on a vacation.
A special thanks to FC Goa and the fans of FC Goa. You guys are amazing and your support means a lot to us. So keep supporting us and thank you.
All right, there you go. I mean, here we are back, and of course, the game is gonna get started in just a little while. And like all good things, have to wait. And while we're waiting, you guys can call in your friends to tune in because this is gonna be an absolute spectacle. Some amazing FIFA art display, right? V Sharma, a very balanced player. We haven't really seen him making those shenanigans, those crazy moves. Likes to keep his FIFA simple and elegant. And in turn, quite a contrast, right? In sort of a Saranj type of a gameplay, which includes a lot of crazy things, a lot of skill moves, a lot of flashy plays. So this is going to be a banger of a game.
Yeah, and also interesting because V Sharma, one of the more tactically different players in the eISL. He's one of the few players that prefers, just like me, I also use the same tactic in FIFA as playing the 4-4-2 diamond or the 4-1-2-1-2, however you want to call it. So very narrow formation, it helps you be more defensively solid, but you have to be a lot more innovative and creative when you're attacking. That's the part I struggle with. Of course, V Sharma doesn't have these problems to deal with in his life because he is one of the best players in India. But yeah, always an interesting tactical battle when you see sort of a narrow diamond defensive formation going up against an interesting player like Saranj.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you're talking about Saranj. We've got a lot to see from his side. But before we get things started, let's take a look at what the boys from Chennaiyin FC have to say about the eISL.
Hi, I'm Naveen. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Chennai and I represent Chennaiyin FC.
Hi, I'm Saransh. I'm from Pune. I'm 20 years old and I'll be representing Chennaiyin FC. So I've been playing competitive FIFA for a long time now. It's been almost 4 years since I've been competing. And when this tournament got announced, I was very excited because something like this had never happened in India. With such a big prize pool and such high stakes, it was incredible to be a part of. So at the end of this tournament, the winner gets a spot for the Global Series playoffs, which is something that has been my dream for the last couple of years. India wasn't eligible to play in the Global Series until a couple of years ago. And now finally we actually get a guaranteed spot for the Global Series playoffs.
Obviously, Chennaiyin FC is like a huge club, so I wanted to like try my best to get qualified for the tournament. And luckily, I got through the qualifier, and Saransh is my teammate in the qualifier, which is a really big honor for me to play with him. This is a really new format for me to play in. I've never played such format anywhere. First, we have to play 1v1 against two opponents, and then 2v2. So like 2v2 is all about like communication and teamwork. Even if we lose our 1v1 match, if he loses or I lose, it doesn't matter for us because like we back each other in the 2v2, so we concentrate on 2v2 more as well. And my partner is Saransh, so we haven't lost a single game yet in co-op, I guess. So we have been doing well in co-op. The funny part is we had practiced in the first day of the tournament, before the tournament started, and after that till now I think we haven't practiced anything.
So when we faced Kerala, I was playing against Lokmanya and Naveen was playing against Akshar. I was 2-1 down until the 85th minute, and luckily I got an equalizer in. And at that point, I was talking to Naveen, and Naveen was kind of saying that maybe we should settle in for a draw. But I felt that a draw isn't worth it. Like either you win or you lose, right? It doesn't make sense for a draw. And with a draw, even Naveen would have gotten unnecessary pressure. I think even if I lost, I knew Naveen was gonna clutch up, so I thought that might as well take a gamble and go for it. But unfortunately, I couldn't do it, and Lokmanya got the better of me. But luckily, in the next game, Naveen showed his ice and won his game pretty comfortably.
I want to add one thing to what Saransh was saying about the Kerala match. After the first match, which we lost, I was was in a little bit of pressure to play the second match. But then Saransh came to me and he was telling me to play your game. It's all right whether I lose or not. It doesn't matter. You can easily win is what he backed me so much. So that was very comfortable for me to play the game. According to me, two favorites to win the eISL is FC Goa and Jamshedpur. FC Goa because they have been just lost one game for so far. So even if we lose one game, they'll go above us. And Vanchal is a very good player and they are doing really well in the co-op. And if you come to Jamshedpur, both of them are really good players and I know them from for past 3 years I've been playing with them. So I know them, their game style, everything, and they do really well in co-op as they have played co-op before as well. So they are a very big contention for us.
So for me, the underdogs of this tournament have to be Chennaiyin FC, which are ourselves. I like to look at myself as the underdog for most events since it helps me mentally. But if I were to pick a team, I would say East Bengal. East Bengal have only played 2 games so far and they've won both of them quite convincingly. So they're a very strong force and I'm looking forward to facing them and to other teams as well. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're the underdog or not. What happens on the day happens.
I want to take this moment to thank my family and the Chennaiyin FC fans for the support they have shown us through the tournament.
My name is Vanshad Sharma. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Mumbai City.
Hi, my name is Afnan Amin Khan. I'm 18 years old from Bhopal and I'm representing
FC Goa. FC Goa is famous for its beaches and it has some excellent players in their football team.
We're one of the best teams in eISL. The fans are amazing and I'm looking forward to representing it.
I'm a passionate and a competitive FIFA player that has been playing since 2018.
I love playing it in the free time. Even when I'm doing something, I just want to grab my controller and play FIFA.
I play football in real life and I hope I can give the game what it's given me.
Keep loving us, keep supporting us.
Me and my teammate will give an excellent performance representing FC Goa.
Well, of course, I mean, Mr. Sharan Jain has been making some really preposterous but yet modest claims of his team being the underdogs. And I was quite shocked actually to hear that. I mean, out of everything in the world, Chennaiyin FC to be the underdogs, that is something too difficult to digest, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, it's the best students say that they're going to get the worst marks in the exam and then, yeah, exactly. So yeah, you should have called yourself underdog in that situation, so to set expectations. But Saransh, there we go. We have finally kicked off an interesting custom ball being used, old school ball, which makes sense considering we have mostly old school players. But here we go, Vanchad Sharma right on the attack straight away. And going to be interesting to see very, very high aggressive press being employed. Very high press there by Saransh, looking to get into the face of V Sharma immediately. And obviously that's going to be something that V Sharma will have to adapt to. Maybe pressing a little bit more than normal to give his opponent something to think about. And immediately, once the ball, it looks like Saransh has come out here with some massive intent. He wants that ball. He immediately wants to get into that box and try to score, but just lose that momentum, gives the ball away, gets it straight back from Kafu, but gives it back again, and V Sharma can now take a breather and start building himself.
Now the high pressing attack from Saransh's side had been quickly and very well deciphered by, I think, Imad. who went on to successfully take him for a ride, right? And this is where, V Sharma, I'm pretty sure he definitely must have watched that match and could have taken a page or two from Imad's playing tactics, right? Maybe go a little bit on those longer plays, try to keep Saranch the one under the pressure. But right now, this pass onto its Pele, giving it away to it. Ronaldo goes directly in for a shot, but a little far away, goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, the alarm bells would have been ringing there for Saranch because I think V Sharma worked that very, very well. It's interesting to see that obviously because he's using that sort of narrow 4-4-2 diamond formation, he is getting his fullbacks involved, Theo Hernandez particularly on that left flank. So if Saranch can win that ball back when the FC Goa is not fully set, he could definitely have a counter attack available on the flanks. And if I were him, I would be setting my instructions for the wide forwards to be constantly stay forward. But of course, he's one of the best players in all of Asia, so he probably knows more than I do.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're talking about two cities having some amazing beaches, right? And now they're fighting it out. Maybe in contention. Who's got the better one? Of course, Chennaiyin FC right now pushing in through the right-hand side. A pass given towards Eusebio, but Maldini being there some slight hiccups in the defense in terms of the interception, but it's A-okay as long as the possession has not been given away for FC Goa. As Messi is just going to try and get in through the center lines, giving it away to its Khalid. Are we anticipating a right wing play? Yes, that is exactly what happens. Eusebio trying to pass it back towards Khalid has been stolen by the Gullet from Saranch's team.
Yeah, it did look like Saranch read what V Sharma was trying to do there very, very early. Now with Pele, let's see if he's going to try something different over here. He goes with Eusebio. He has Ronaldo in the box. This is where Saranch can be so deadly, but V Sharma holding on, and you can see again that intense pressure. I think he's clearly playing with a pressure on possession loss tactic. And immediately now V Sharma looking to get forward. He's already created one pretty good chance and will be looking to create again. Now with Pele, he looks for Messi at the edge of the area. Now Matthias, very, very patient build up, and now he's got the opportunity. He surely has to shoot. Wasted a bit too much time. He could have shot much earlier than that.
Oh, he definitely could have, and that's where he's going to be kicking himself in the foot and not really pleased. You do not get a lot of openings against the mighty Saranch, and you need to capitalize every single one of them, or else you're going to be punished. And could have been a case, but these little giveaways from FC Goa's side, giving a little bit of a heart attack, tiny ones, because even a small opening and Saranch will directly get through. And this time he's not going to be toying around, right? It's serious business going on. As both these players, they are so equally leveled up. And Ronaldo directly going in for the shot, could not connect. And there you go. It goes away for a corner. But Azim, we have seen so many corners really being converted into a lot of goals. So maybe this could have been the case, but I'm pretty sure with the number of defenders that are there, it's going to be such a difficult task.
That's a very, very cheap giveaway there. Again, V Sharma has created a couple of very good opportunities for himself over there. That time, of course, saved by Van der Sar. Again, maybe he needs to be trying to look for that near post, because it seems the far post shots are all being saved. Got to sort of mix it up just a little bit. But both players looking so dangerous every time they attack, and Saranch just kicks the ball out. It's a bit of a strange one. I think probably going in for a tackle over there very aggressively and not realizing he had already won the ball. And very high press again, not giving time at all to V Sharma, who is a player who likes time on the ball. And similarly, it's V Sharma not falling into Saranch's traps as well, being very, very calm and composed in those 1v1 situations. But you feel it's a matter of time now. Either one of these players is going to get that opening. They're so good, both of them on the ball. And now with Matthias looking to find, could have played early to Ronaldo. This time he goes to Ronaldo, again blocked off well. These are both players right on the peak of their ability. They're just not giving each other an inch, pushing, prodding, poking each time. And surely something's got to give, and this first half is really breezed past.
Oh yeah, and the way it has been going through, this is the sort of an outcome that we were expecting to be privy to, right? Because again, two big players going up against each other, sometimes they just collide and nothing happens, just nullifying each other. And that has been the go-to case over here. As we head in the final minute, could be the final potential attack building up from Saranch's side, and that would be such a good, opening start if they can manage to find a goal towards the end of the first half. And that's a good pass given towards Ronaldo, goes in for the shot, and there you go. The goal has been scored, and there comes the halftime whistle. Saransh Jain has managed to score one past, and V Sharma is just absolutely baffled. He can't believe what just happened with him, and that's the way of life. Oh God.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for V Sharma over there. I think he played a very, very good first half. Created a lot of chances. Generally kept Saranj very quiet. This one, I think he would have wanted to score from there. It just went wide. And Saranj had his openings as well, but again was very, very well defended. I think that for the goal, the ball sort of just almost froze. The time almost stopped over there. The ball just seemed to loop over the defender and fall straight for Ronaldo just over here, and may even have been just a tinge of offside early on, but no time being wasted. Looks like V Sharma is going and shifting now to his attacking formation. So let's see what he has to offer over here. There will obviously be more chances and more openings available for Saranch as FC Goa keep trying to attack. So yeah, expect to see action on both ends.
Oh yes, and this is going to be so much end to end, and I like the patience, the build up, right? So how calculative Saransh is when he entered into those final phases, but now he's looking to bolster up the lead even further. That's a good pass towards Messi. Should have gone in for a finesse shot. At least that it was the exact intention. But the defenders were absolutely present over there and did manage to deal with the attack. And now a counter attack has been caused, right? This is where Ronaldo, Pele, they're trying to get in FC Goa. They're desperate in finding that equalizer. I mean, of course, Afnan did it last time. I'm pretty sure V Sharma, he's got his eyes on the goal, and this could be a potential good chance. Ronaldo just taking the shot again, being a little unlucky. But Azim, do you think a pass could have helped?
No, I think he played that just right. Maybe he had the pass on to Pele, but I think by the time he spotted it, the opportunity was gone. This time played to Gullit, and again Van der Sar is just in the mood. He is just not letting it go, and the follow-up shot scuffed as well. V Sharma running out of luck over here. He's played so well. He's created so many chances, but unfortunately, today is one of those days, and we've seen so many players have these days where Van der Sar just decides to show up and be absolutely unbeatable. But Saranch is rattled, the doors and the opportunities are opening up for V Sharma. It looks like it's only a matter of time at this rate before he gets that goal in. Hanging on to the ball there with Messi, it was very vital that he did because lots of players committed on attack. Now finding Mateus with Messi, finds the ball through almost to Eusebio. It's pinging around over there, but Saranch somehow gets away with it.
Somehow he definitely is, and I think Saransh has been equally good in terms of his defense, right? The way he's been anticipating V Sharma's moves every single time. He's been trying to do that, but to be honest, Azim, we've got to thank Mr. MVP Van der Sar himself. Those saves that he's been making, I think that has still kept Saransh in contention, because I could see 2 or 3 potential goals right from all the chances for FC Go out there.
And maybe a bit of Saranch involved over there as well. Maybe he knows that V Sharma prefers a particular side to shoot, whether it's the far post or the near post, and he's been moving his goalkeepers just that little bit to cover up those shots. And again, intense pressure there with Mateus, and now it could be a counter attack. Saranch playing pretty deep on defense now. He knows he's going to be expecting a lot of attacking momentum. Has the opportunity now to find Theo Hernandez, who is offside, and V Sharma, you can see the frustration bubbling up. He's playing a good game. Naveen can afford to have a bit of a laugh on the side when his teammate is ahead, but yeah, it's going to be more and more difficult for Saranch to keep that door shut as V Sharma keeps piling forward.
Oh yeah, and V Sharma, we can clearly see from the body language is under pressure. But we know if someone can maintain his calm, I think has to be him. He's got to find some sort of an opening, make some sort of an attack happen. If he's been going directly for those shots quite a lot right at the face of the goalkeeper, maybe he should try something different. Maybe a long finesse shot could be the answer. Maybe something from a set piece attack, because clearly the way he's been going about against Ranch hasn't really worked out so far. So I'm pretty sure they've got to make a few of those changes in the way FC Goa have been working things out. But for Chennai in FC, Azim, I really feel, Saranch is not going to settle with just that one. I think he's going
Yeah.
to try and get a couple more, which is again equally difficult to achieve.
Yeah, Saranj will know. I mean, he'll know that sitting back is not really an option, because V Sharma has been in this situation plenty of times. Again, giving that ball away straight from the free kick, that does not help his chances. Gets a bit fortunate over there, but I think V Sharma has earned a little bit of luck. Had the opportunity to play in Ronaldo, it does it this time, and now it's about whether he can play this just right. Because Saranj, you can look at that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 players back, and just stuck there with Eusebio back to the ball. And again, gets a bit fortunate, but you can see the number of bodies, not one player up the field. Well, just the one player up the field for Saranj over there, and he will be looking to find him instantly to create that counter attack. Switches the ball wide, and now again another pause cued by FC Goa. Looks like there could be further ammunition and reinforcements coming, but could it be too late? If Saranj can make this count, he finds Pele. Brilliant individual skill, surely a goal this time,
Oh.
and it is the sucker punch, and Saranj finally lands that killing blow. V Sharma not able to take his chances when they fall into him, and Saranj takes a sip of his coke. He knows that the job may just be done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Finally, that a breathing relief for Saransh. I think he knows that he has amassed enough goals, at least to keep him in contention of winning this game. And more than that, it was absolutely needed, right? The kind of slump that he'd been having, a lot of criticisms around Saransh, and I think finally, defeating V Sharma would be a good message to everyone who doubted him. Now, instantly, that being said, we're looking at some ultra defensive changes being made over here in the playing tactics for FC Goa. Now, this is something that I need to understand, Azim, why, especially when you're already a goal down, already 2 goals down, rather.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's not actually a defensive strategy. So in game, you can basically map whatever tactics you want to a particular strategy, but you obviously only have four to choose from, which is attacking, ultra attacking, defensive, ultra defensive. So I'm sure V Sharma wanted an additional, because there would be only one super defensive tactic that they would need, and he would probably have saved an additional sort of contingency attacking plan under his ultra defensive strategy. That's probably what's happened over there. Probably a different formation or something like that. The Saranj trying to waste a bit of time, wins that ball back, V Sharma, and now needs to score here. He should look to switch it to the right, and he does. Looking for Pele. He's going to get his fullbacks forward as well. Eusebio finds the gap, and it's wide. I cannot believe that, and neither can V Sharma. That looked like it was in all the way.
Oh yes, he is stunned, completely stupefied by the fact on how on earth could that not go in. And this is not the first time it's happening, right? Goals have missed, goals have been deflected, have been saved. FC Goa, they've created so many chances, but nothing have converted into a goal. Maybe with Messi things might change, but Eusebio making sure that he keeps FC Goa in contention, as V Sharma did manage to score one out, and that was a quickie. He did not even hold on to celebrate, as he knows that it's still a momentous task up ahead, as he's got to level things up at least against Saranch if he needs to bring it down to the co-op game, if they need to seal those 3 points for themselves.
Yeah, but he might just get one back. You never know right now, because V Sharma, he is in the mood. All the injustice of the world, it feels like it's piling up. All those shots he's taken on any other day of the week, of the year, those would have ended up in the corner. But just today, for some reason, it's not quite happened. He does have that final attack available, but wastes it. Just tries to be too eager on the ball over there. He's going to try to win that ball back again. might just manage it with Maldini, and this is it. This is surely the last attack, and again gives it away. Too eager over there, and I feel just a little bit of nerves at play, and now Saranj will see it out. Won't probably get the goal, but that is it. That's the game, and V Sharma will feel just so robbed at this stage because he did everything right. He created all the chances, and I think even Saranj there acknowledging the fact that he's really got away with one.
Oh yeah, he just scraped off with a win. I think that is what the right words would be over here, because FC Goa, they created so many chances, so many efforts, but again, the mighty Saranj, that was just not enough to get past him, right? You need more than just luck, or maybe just more than some skillful plays, right? And that clearly today was not. The winds were not blowing in FC Goa's direction. I'm pretty sure, as Saranj has managed to see this one through quite convincingly, has managed to, of course, get the victory. Now, at least they've sort of assured themselves that 1 point around, right? They at least, at the bare minimum, even if they lose their co-op tie, they're going home with a single point. So that is what we have, so far from this fixture over here. But yeah, you've got a feel for V Sharma, man. The way he's been trying every single time he's been creating those chances. There had to be some or the other sort of hindrance that sort of came in between him and scoring the goal. And that has led FC Goa to be on that 1 goal deficit, out of which they've got to lose this one out. And that was such a valiant effort, but maybe it was just not enough to break Saranj down.
Yeah, I mean, he did everything. He had broken Saranj down several times. It's just unfortunately the keeper was just on crazy form. I think there was a wind blowing clearly on the pitch that was taking the ball away from the corner because, as I said, 9 out of 10 times, let me correct that, 99 out of 100 times, those shots go in. And just today, V Sharma found that it was just one of those days. But still, there is the opportunity. He will be quite mad, quite annoyed about this, and he will be looking to channel that rage he's feeling into a good co-op performance, because as we know, the victory is the only thing that will do for FC Goa. They have to win the co-op match to get that 1 point out, and 1 point would be a decent result for them. All things considered, if they could get that 1 point, extend their lead at the top, and keep Chennaiyin FC also at an arm's length from them, I think they would be quite pleased with that. So still some way to go, but they know what the target is.
Yeah, of course. And again, if this sort of a fixture ends up in a draw overall, right? Both the teams collecting 1 point each, then that is going to benefit SC's Bengal, because then the road for the top spot becomes even much clearer. But for now, as things stand, for all the viewers that have tuned in just about now, the first game, of course, between Afnan and Naveen, it was a very well-deserved draw for both the sides. V Sharma and Saranj Jain. However, Saranj having Lady Luck in his side, the way he played, those 2 goals, those 2 really good, well-built-up goals, and V Sharma just having such a bad day in the office today. Tried everything, but wasn't really enough. And now it has come down to this co-op battle, right? Of course, FC Goa, they would be looking to see this through, win this one, at least get home or back to their hotels with 1 point taken from this fixture. And Chennaiyin FC, a lot has been going on. They have been having that little bit of a slump. Today, they have been looking quite convincing. However, they've managed to collect enough points, right? If they can just hold themselves off, even with a draw in this particular game, they're still getting home those 3 points.
Yeah, and that will probably be the aim for them, is just do not lose. That's the only brief for this match. And sometimes that can be tricky. Sometimes if you go into a game with just the do not lose brief, it can start playing on your mind. You can start trying to play a little safer than you normally would. For FC Goa, they know exactly what the target is. They have to go out there from minute 1, put pressure on that ball and try to really assert themselves, dominate the game. And it's going to be a bit of a task for them. Let's see if they can manage it.
And yeah, in a few minutes, we're gonna get started off. And everyone knows about FC Goa and their co-ops, right? They're so good, especially with their build-ups, right? The final pass being given by V Sharma to Afnan, and the kind of trust that these two players have on each other. Now, that's the kind of brotherhood. That's the kind of a perfect teammate you would like, right? They've always been clicking off in the co-ops, and today they would be looking however, to be getting a win at least in this one. But here comes the kickoff, and right from the very get-go, we are witnessing some defensive patterns from FC Goa's side. They know that they're a very clinical side. Initially, I think the idea would be to try to not concede some goal and find that one counter attack, and then maybe score a surprising one and take Chennai down.
Yeah, I mean, or on the contrary, it could be that they want to start ultra attacking because, as we saw in the last game, the ultra defensive strategy was actually the ultra attacking strategy. So maybe some mind games over there potentially just
Could be.
just to let Chennai think that they're going to be playing defensive and then completely go on a blitzkrieg attack. They get the ball back a little too eager on the ball over there, and Chennai FC will get the ball again. Interesting to see how Chennai FC approach this. I mean, if I were them, I would just approach it like any other game. Just enter there thinking that you need to win. And that's exactly what they might be doing over there. But again, in co-op defensively, I think FC Goa have been one of the most impressive teams. Maybe a bit of rust over there from Afnan, who hasn't been playing in the last game, trying to get up to speed. A couple of early giveaways, and that could come back to bite them. Not quite at the moment. Again, another cheap giveaway, and Maldini just about getting away with that. And you can see the high press that Chennaiyin FC are employing, which is making life, particularly for Afnan, who I believe is on the blue controller, just that little bit difficult. But as the game progresses, he'll ease into that and get more used to it. And nutmeg there from Bullet finds Ronaldo going one-on-one, trying to squeeze his way through over there. Needed a bit of a skill move or a trick to find his way through. And Chennai FC's counter is blocked, and FC Goa, if they keep the ball here, and they do, can build again.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this point, Azim, I would seek your tactical expertise over here in this case, because this sort of takes me back to that last matchup when Saranch went up against Imad, right? To counter that high press attack, Imad was pretty much clear, right? He played those air balls, right? The
Yeah.
lob balls and everything. But we did not see a lot of them from V Sharma's side today, nor are we seeing it now as well. So, what could be the possible explanation of that?
To my belief, I believe, and maybe if we ever get to chat with V Sharma, maybe we can. It's a question we can ask him. I think V Sharma is a bit of a purist in the way that he plays. That it's just the one tactic which he firmly believes in, and maybe it's the way that he believes FIFA or football should be played, and he is very committed to that way of playing. So you're very rarely going to see long balls from him. Maybe in co-op it's a different story because he has a second player making those runs off the ball. But in his own games, you will very rarely see V Sharma deviate from the patterns that he likes to play because he's so confident in his ability to execute the thoughts that he has in his head. Of course, it helps, as Imad would have known, to have a plan B and a backup plan in case that's not working. But when you're being pressed this high, of course, when you're then playing a possession-based game, it can be a little bit more of a challenge to keep the ball. You have to be much quicker with your passing over there. You see, not quite on the same wavelength the two teammates as. Now the ball is played in over to Lionel Messi. Let's see if he can keep that in. He does just about keep it in. Looked suspiciously like a goal kick over there, but FC Goa come away with it, and the counter attack could just be on, but it's not.
Oh yeah, they're struggling so much, right, for the possession, for trying to, go towards the right-hand side of the grass because it has been 28 minutes passed by and it's always Chennaiyin FC who are looking to be creating the attack and FC Goa always on the back foot trying to defend themselves. So that has to change. They need to take a pause somewhere down the line and try to re-strategize themselves as Messi is just trying to play around the players. A good pass towards Ronaldo. I think that has been done. And well, there you go. A goal coming in for Chennai FC. 1-0 up ahead. And this is exactly what is so threatening about this lineup, right? That last pass. look at the cojones on Messi to try and do and possibly get a goal out of that.
Yeah, that was exceptional, and I thought for a moment, honestly, that the FC Goa defense had covered that. But again, that is one of those, let's say, meta tricks, just firing in that driven low pass, and quite often just bamboozles the defensive AI or indeed the player that you're in control of. So again, it's not just about playing the game the way you want to play it. It's also about knowing the little tricks and I don't want to say hacks, but just a little few things about the game that you just need to know about how the physics and how the engine works. And of course, Saransh, with the experience that he brings, he knows exactly how this game works. He knows it in and out. And there is the opportunity on the left flank. He does spot it over there. Matheus lying on the ground, gets up as the ball is passed to him. And yeah, again, fired in over there. FC Goa using a couple of those passes as well. Now the opportunity, if they look for a cross, although it's not something they tend to favor usually. Now Ronaldo with the turn, shot open, and it is in. I thought for a moment he had maybe underhit it, but nope. Eusebio and FC Goa get the ball in, running into the camera. We are level once again and all to play for.
And this is exactly what I was talking about, right? The brotherhood, the camaraderie between these two men over here. And this was absolutely needed, right? They just could not get bullied by Chennaiyin FC just like this. They've got to respond back. They're the ones who've got better records in terms of the co-op games, right? They've been the best team in the eISL so far and have pretty much proved why they deserve to be at the top with that sort of a goal, right? Look at the build-up. It was so patiently being made, and they were under tremendous pressure. This Chennai FC with this really high pressing attack has been so difficult to deal with, but still, dealing with that, defending them, then scoring a goal of their own, and this is where FC Goa, they're gonna start dreaming. They have to score one more. A goal ahead and a goal above Chennai FC will ensure that they at least get 1 point out of this.
Yeah, and that's the aim, of course, for them. I think if you had offered them at the start of the game, is that a penalty? No, it's a free kick at the edge of the area. Let's see if they have a plan for this. Will it be the short pass to Messi? Will he try to go all the way out to Vieira? No, he passes it straight to FC Goa and kicking the ball straight out to ensure that halftime happens. And now some discussions amongst Afnan and Vanchaj to see what they can do. Clearly, they are in agreement about how things should operate. Lots of ideas being discussed in a nod of the head. And if they can pull it off, I think it would be a fantastic point for them.
Yeah, and I really think we should personally enroll in for the Lokmanya coaching classes as well, right? We'll get some really good insights on how to take down a mammoth like Saransh and Naveen over here. So that will definitely be there because a lot of technical questions are just hovering around my mind, as to why FC Goa could have done this, why did they not, and quite I think your theory kind of stands correct as of now. We've seen V Sharma. I think I've seen him from the past 2-3 seasons, and yeah, he's had that very simplistic, very conventional approach towards it. But yet somehow, surprisingly, of course, today was not the day that he'd be looking for. Was really eager to the way it has been going on. But then again, Azim, we can't rule out the possibility that he created so many chances.
Yeah, he did create a lot, and I think honestly he deserved to get at least a point out of this game from Saransh. But FC Goa winning the ball high up the pitch, is looking for that pass. I think just trying to slow it down a little bit. They want to sort of test Chennaiyin FC. That's a brilliant turn. It is in! An absolute screamer. The gods and the winds have started blowing that ball into the back of the net. An absolute peach of a finish there as FC Goa take the lead. And finally, I will say that's vindication after all the terrible luck they had, particularly V Sharma had in his last game. That one is quite deserved. And now it's about whether they can hang on. If I were them, I would keep attacking right now.
Oh yes, definitely yes, because I really want to score one more or maybe a couple. I think 2 goals at this point would ensure that they can see things through. But this is the FC Goa that we were talking about, really blazing fast. Again, those passes being so crucial. Now showing why they're the best co-op team inside the league, and now Chennaiyin FC seem to be a little bit rattled by that goal, to be honest, because we could see the player cams, right? Even Naveen was sort of surprised with what just hit them. It was so fast, it felt like it was thunder.
Yeah, no, they work that perfectly well, and I think it's been a pattern that has been followed pretty much throughout this tie, all three games, where it's really patience that has
Yeah.
paid off for FC Goa. They've had to wait and wait and wait, because in terms of attack, I think both Naveen and Saranj are fairly similar players, and they're doing a very good job here defensively of cutting off those passing lanes. But yeah, again, I think over there needed to go back to just being a bit patient. Over here, a little exposed on the counter attack. One of the centre halves has had to come over to cover, and that means Theo Hernandez slots in the centre half in his place. Will it be a shot from Messi? He goes in all the way, cuts it back to Ronaldo. Still working for that shot. There's 5 men on the line over there for FC Goa. No way to get past, but still, they manage to get the ball out from Marquinhos. Will they go for a shot? It's Gullit bulldozing his way through with the Marseille roulette, and honestly, that shouldn't be happening. I mean, come on, how has he gone straight through a player? And V Sharma again says, dude, what do I have to do to get some luck? Because to my knowledge and my understanding, they defended that perfectly.
Yeah, this should have never happened. And the physical prowess of Gullit over there completely working out. Nobody was able to beat him over there. And he surely does not miss, and has been the trump card on a lot of occasions, right? Just when you need someone to score a goal, and it's usually Ruud Gullit. Be it through a finesse shot, be it through a header, be it through a really, that sort of a goal like that, right? That's just Ruud Gullit who can do it for you. It was very simple. It was very straightforward, yet so complicated.
And it does look like there is an injury to the FC Goa right back. So let's see if they decide to make a substitution. Usually the players just miraculously recover within a couple of minutes. And unlucky offside over there. You say we are just getting caught. I don't think there was even a pass intended over there. And offside. Right. Oh, not even offside. It's a throw in. And they're making every ball, every pass just extra difficult for FC Goa right now. Let's see if now Chennaiyin FC can weather that storm, and whether FC Goa can. It's now about regaining composure. I think they will be very, very annoyed about the nature of that goal. You see Cafu injured there again, and there is no right back, and maybe they should have made that substitution. Maldini will come across, but it's off the crossbar. It is off the crossbar. Messi still has it. It's cut back to Eusebio, and now they've just about managed to see it out. Cafu limps back to his position, and FC Goa live to fight another day. Gullit, this time outfoxed by Pele. It's all happening here. And FC Goa, can they create the opportunity? They have 15 minutes left. This is not over yet, folks. Anything could happen. There is the opportunity to play in Ronaldo. He does go for it.
No.
This time goes for the roulette. Still falls to Theo Hernandez. Why didn't he shoot? He should have just taken that shot.
Oh God, so many questions, Azim. And I really feel, was that roulette enough? Was that roulette necessary in that case over there? Because had he gone directly for the shot, I really felt that his chances could have been there. But now again, Ronaldo could have done something out. But no, again. And this is where, after scoring that equalizer, Chennaiyin FC, they're happy. They're enjoying their football. They're enjoying what they're doing out there. They're laughing, they're smiling. They can see, they can smell that win. And I think now they've been pretty decisive. They're going to be they can afford to be way more defensive right now. But I'm thinking, knowing these two players, they're mean machines, right? They surely would want a goal or two.
Oh yeah, that's a very cheap giveaway for FC Goa, having had possession to give that away over there. And throw-ins in this game sometimes can be cruel. It's not the easiest thing to navigate, especially when you have two players hounding you down. It's hard enough when there's just one in a 1v1 situation. Sometimes you just need to take a long throw and go all the way back, but that can be risky as well. So looks like there is a bit of a tactical master plan at work for FC Goa. All they need is that one goal, and there's 10 minutes for them to try and get it, and 10 minutes for Chennaiyin FC to hold on. So don't go anywhere, folks, for these next couple of minutes. anything could happen over here. We do see Cruyff on in place of Gullit. Interesting. So they're sacrificing their midfield entirely and just going all-out attack. And they get the opportunity to do so now with Matthias. Looks like Matthias might be switching to centre half. There is the ball available on that right flank, deciding not to take it, using Ronaldo over there. And FC Goa, one of the teams that doesn't really use Ronaldo to the fullest ability. They don't really use much of his heading, aerial prowess. There Ronaldo with Eusebio still has it over there, somehow managing to keep it, and yeah, just got that completely wrong.
Yeah.
And they will eat up every second possible, will Chennaiyin FC. Ball should be won. Oh, it was won in fact by Chennaiyin over there, and they get the ball back now. Cafu miraculously recovered from that broken leg he suffered a couple of minutes ago. And well, they need all their best players on the pitch. Let's see, it looks like Ronaldo on that right flank. It looks like it may be a 4-2-4 for FC Goa. Desperation from Chennaiyin FC to win that ball back. Now with Eusebio, needs to get the shot away. He does! And that is the goal. Could that be the goal that gets FC Goa a vital point? Both players have no pauses left to make, so they are stuck with these same tactics for the last couple of minutes. It's all happening. What a finish. What
Wow.
a finish.
Wow, and at what time? 88 minutes of play, and he had to know that this was the last chance that he's gonna ever get, and that is where he had to score. The sort of patience, perseverance, but that could amount to nothing if Chennaiyin FC can score one on the late over here, as they are really determined. They want those 3 points. They cannot go home with just one. As Mbappe, this could be the final attack, and Chennaiyin FC, they're being so patient with this built-up gullet going in, giving it towards Mbappe, and Ronaldo will put the ball out of the play. The final whistle has been blown, and FC Goa, ladies and gentlemen, have managed to win this final fixture. But eventually, what is going to be a huge sigh of relief is the draw that they have secured from this entire fixture over here, and that's such a delightful result, considering how things went off in this entire tie.
Oh my goodness, that was just the co-op Clutch Kings strike again. FC Goa doing it with literally seconds to spare, and I feel on the balance of it, after all the bad luck that V Sharma had in his game, I think just about deserved and the fairest result on the evening. I'm sure Chennaiyin FC will also agree. The two Titans, the two champion teams, splitting a draw, and what a match we've just watched.
Yeah, of course, that was sort of inevitable, right? That was sort of still in our books. We sort of did calculate that, yeah, this could possibly end up in a draw. And yes, indeed it has. Of course, benefiting, not these two, of course, they'll get those 1-1 points. But yeah, SC East Bengal, they must be elated, right? This is their time. They had started very late off inside the league, and now they're looking at the top spot, and the form that they are in, I'm pretty sure they're going to get it. But taking a look at the scorecard, of course, it has been so closely contested, right? Especially the second game, V Sharma being a little bit unlucky, of course, starting off with Afnan and Naveen. It was end-to-end, right? Naveen won the first half. Afnan did manage to win the second half, but the decisive game had to be the second one, of course, where Saransh did manage to scrape through with the victory. But towards the end, in that co-op, magic coming in from the beaches of Goa, FC Goa have managed to turn things down, turn the table, and not just equalize, they managed to win that game and have secured themselves those crucial 1 point.
Yeah, it's just even when he took that shot, I didn't think that it was going in. I thought it was maybe just a hasty shot. But I mean, these boys know what they're doing, and not just FC East Bengal now. I think there's a couple of other teams, Jamshedpur FC, Northeast United FC, Kerala Blasters, all of their eyes would have lit up seeing this result. And let's quickly find out now the hero of the match. I'm wondering, it's going to be a very close call between Afnan, and there you go. Afnan, you can see over there, scoring 2 of the 3 goals in the co-op for FC Goa, and slowly but surely becoming the guy that they can rely on after bit of a drop off in form for V Sharma. It's Afnan who's really stepped up to the plate, and he's making these goals count.
I think we should have to request production to change his name. I think that has to be Afnan 2.0 or something like that. Because this version of Afnan, this is not the first time he's getting the hero of the match, right? It's the second time we're seeing, and that to back to back. So that shows that how much he's invested himself, how much he's putting in that effort, day in and day out, and how much he's improved and grown and evolved as a player. That being said, let's take a look at the leaderboards, the storyline that we have for you going on, ladies and gentlemen, as FC Goa still somehow maintain that top spot. Chennaiyin FC having played 10 games, a bit of a dicey situation because now they are susceptible, right, from attacks coming in from SC Bengal, Jamshedpur FC, even Northeast United FC as well, having played that one extra game. Chennaiyin FC, well, they would not really be entirely happy with the draw, but a point is a point.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at that. First to sixth separated by only 4 points, and if you're going down to seventh, that's 6 points separating the top seven. It's just so phenomenally close at the top. I mean, you can't honestly say right now, even halfway through the group stages, who those top four could be. It could be the current top four that we have. It could be 4, 5, 6, 7 who end up in the top four. So it's absolutely crazy. And we do have Vanchat Sharma here with us, V Sharma from FC Goa. Oof! How's your heart rate, buddy? How are you feeling?
The game was literally so intense till the end, and the co-op game especially. Me and Afnan were talking about after the game. It was so intense.
Oh, it definitely was. But of course, Vanshaj, there's this one thing that I really want to ask you out because the last time I think Saransh went off against Imad. Imad had been countering his high press attacks with a lot of lofted balls. We could clearly see that. But that was not the game plan that you went off with. So talk us about your idea, what you really intended to do, and yeah, it was quite evident that it was an unlucky day for you, though.
I usually play the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, but against Saransh, I tried 4-2-3-1 and it was working well because I knew he was thinking that I'm going to play 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. But it worked really well for me, but I was really unfortunate, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there were some of those shots which you took, which, 99 out of 100 times that ends up in the top corner, and today was just that one day. In co-op as well, wasn't the best start for y'all? Did you have to work on a few tactical changes? We saw, like, y'all were all out of pauses by the end of it, so lots of tactical changes being made there. So, what was your thinking in that game?
Yeah, especially in the co-op game, they were pressing really well, so we were not used to that. So I told Afnan while pausing that we should make some changes. We should, put some kind of instruction so we could just, beat their press somehow, and it worked. And like I said, it was really intense till the end.
Oh, indeed it was. I mean, it was so close. But tell us about the emotions that were surging through when that final goal did come in. That patient build up, back and forth passes. We did see some hiccups even before that. But talk us about that particular moment. What was the thought process in your and Afnan's heads?
As soon as I passed to Afnan in that box, I was just hoping, just go in, just go in, just go in, and it went. It somehow went, but the emotions are crazy, and as I said, it was a really intense game, and I hope for such good games.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the closest games that we've commentated on in the eISL so far, and pretty much what we expected with FC Goa versus Chennaiyin FC. But good luck. Take a breather now, relax. The game's over, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you.
I mean, it's sort of confusing, right? If he's actually really that laid back, or he was just trembling, he was still shaking from the fight that he had to, battle inside the battlefield out there, of course, in their consoles. But yeah, pretty much a really interesting tie, and yeah, it was such a close, tight-knit game. And this is the kind of an action that we love, the drama that happens in the eISL. Of course, quite reciprocating to the drama happening in the real Hero ISL. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with all our games for the evening. Before we head out, a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with Coca-Cola, followed by our associate sponsors, Hero Esports Partners, Nordwind Gaming, and our platform partner, PlayStation, for making this happen. And this was a crazy way to start off our week, as we still have few more days of FIFA coming on. But for now, Azim and I will be taking it a night, and you guys take care and stay safe.